Hey guys, it's Hollywood Studios here, and welcome to another episode of Ace's Takes, where today Ace will be talking about his home park, Great Adventure. Ace?
Yes, a great adventure has always been known as a great adventure because it's a great park. Actually, it's the largest park in the whole world, even larger than Disney's Animal Kingdom in Or- Orlando, Florida. And what makes Great Adventure so great is the fact that Great Adventure has a high coaster count. Now, with Little Devil open to 14, and most of the coasters at Great Adventure are large coasters. When you look at the park, you have obviously the two big coasters, Nitro, El Toro, King the Ka, the new coaster named the Jersey Devil Coaster, Bizarro, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. Quite a quite a lot of big coasters in the park. That's what makes the park so great. And then you have to add to it the very large safari in which you have a drive-through to be able to see and greet the animals. That's why the park is so great, and it's my home park, and I'm proud to say it is.
So I know we've had discussions on where the park could be now if they kept expanding rapidly. So if after
Oh
El Toro,
wow!
where do you think they would have gone after El Toro?
I think as per your father, all discussions that we've had since I've known him, we would have gotten a Giga Coaster maybe larger than Millennium Force to blow it away, maybe at 320 or 330 feet. They might have put it. Good question. They probably could have put it in the back. They probably could have put it in the back with Jersey Devils currently, because there's land for them to go around and probably take out the Dolphin Show and go around that. Skull Mountain. There's a lot of land back there. I know they could have made it work and then go past Nitro through Nitro. That's what I'm guessing they would have happened in '08 had it not been for the Great Recession and the bankruptcy restructuring that we went through as a company. So that would have been great. And there's a lot of lost opportunities with not expanding that way. We could have been tied or ahead of everybody. We would have been where Magic Mountain's at now, probably going for a 20th. And we should have kept our coasters. If it was up to me, we would have never gotten rid of Rolling Thunder or the Screen Machine. Because when you look at the Green Lantern, and the Green Lantern, only difference is as a stand-up. It all beats you up the same way. So we should have kept the great American Screen Machine, which saved the park back in 1989 because it brought people back. And that's why we have Great Adventure the way it is today, because of that great coaster. So I really do miss those coasters that they took out the park. And Chile is up and down. I don't know. It was just too many problems. And I would have loved for us to. You know what? We should have actually gotten Mr. Freeze. As per your father, we've had that conversation about that. We should have gotten Mr. Freeze. It would have been much better. Mr. Freeze don't have any problems, even though they did the changes to the ride in 2012 at both Six Flags parks that they have it at. That would have been great. But too bad there was not enough land because when you look at the spacing, the width is much fatter, much wider than what the chiller was, which is more like a rectangular shape. The Mr. Freeze is more like a circle shape, it's much wider as opposed to um, the Batman and Robin chiller. So it all goes with the roller coasters we got rid of. Had we kept most of our coasters and took advantage like Cedar Point did, oh, we would have been wow. We would have definitely been even better than what we are now. So the best way to make up for that is to go to the planning that we used to have at Six Flags Great Adventure every other year, every 2 years, yeah, every other year we used to get a new coaster. I'm sure if you look at the history in the '90s, we look at the every 2 years, the Viper, um, Chiller, at the time, Medusa, now known as Bizarro, Nitro, Superman, quite a few coasters. And even when you look at King the Con El Turo, back to back years, 2005, 2006, but we just kind of laid off that and pulled back too much. And we ended up getting clones and replacements, which were just horrible. So, yeah, now we could just make up for that mistake. Now that we have new management, as per your old video that you had about Great Adventure, kind of slowly getting away from the discount chain moniker that they have.
So what's your favorite ride that was ever at Great Adventure?
That's a hard one because I like Nitro, El Toro, and King the Cat equally. And I love the Chiller. It's really hard to say. Those are my best ones. It's like four of them. I love those coasters. I really do. That's why it's kind of soft in the blow of losing the chiller, because King of Ka has that in it and it goes so high, 456 feet. It's hard. I can't do without one or the other. And Jersey Devil's one of my favorites too. It's such a beautiful coaster. So it's just hard. It's very, very hard to say. So I would love to say El Toro, but then I'm leaving out Nitro and King of Ka. So it's pretty tough.
So, with the addition of Adventure Crossing right outside the park, do you think that there's going to be more hotels built around the area and the area is going to get more built up, or do you think that it's just a
Absolutely.
one-off?
Absolutely. It's like wildfire. Once you start, it ain't gonna stop. We should have been had this since 1973 when they had the plan. Warner had the planning. The first ever owner of Six Flags Great Adventure, Leroy Warner, wanted to have hotels. Should have been had it because it's such a huge paradise, and it's pretty much a resort just like Disney when you look at it, but without the hotels. So Cedar Point's doing it, Kings Island's done it, Carowind's about to do it. We might as well do that, but we're gonna have a lot of hotels. We need them because Great Adventure is a worldwide phenomenon. You know this. It's a
Mhm.
worldwide phenomenon. It's one of the big three parks in the country, in the world, not the country, the world, alongside Cedar Point and Magic Mountain. So it's the world's largest park. So you have to, and it's just so much land, and it's right in between three of the metropolitan areas of three states: New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So yeah, we need it, and yeah, I would like to see that. I know it's gonna be a lot of traffic, but heck, all the other places have a lot of traffic on those days that it's open. So I deal with it at Cedar Point and Magic Mountain, so got to deal with it here, which is fine. That'd be great to expand. I saw that they actually have two new restaurants that's open. I believe it's Popeyes and Taco Bell, which is impressive. I'm sure you saw it right when you're leaving home, going home. We're going home. It's pretty cool. So I'm excited that instead of just looking at a U-turn to go into Wawa and it's all forest, now they just cleared the land out. It's exciting. Hopefully it's done in a couple of years. I guess it's going to be done by 23. It's going to take a while to get that. It's a lot of work to do. So I'm impressed. I really am, and I can see expansion because they already started expanding with the gas stations, building new gas stations and all. I see it. So yeah, just can see that.
So, what do you want to see next year at the park?
What I want to see next year at the park, since we're not getting a new roller coaster, is improvements, paint jobs. Nitro needs it. King of Ka needs it. All the roller coasters need a paint job. This take care of all of the infrastructure, like filling cracks in the cement. I already alluded to the paint jobs. Just improve on the park itself. I'll be really happy with that.
When do you think our next coaster will be, and what do you think it'll be?
For our 50th anniversary, of course, in 1974, a Blitz, just like in Kings Island. I can see a Blitz. I can see a Blitz going right where the Rolling Thunder was. I can see a Blitz going right there between El Toro and King of Ka. That'd be impressive. Something better. Something like Velocicoaster would be great. They don't have to add the theming, which costs hundreds of millions of dollars, like it did in Universal Studios. Well, I mean, excuse me, Universal Islands of Adventure, Florida. I can see them doing that. That'd be great if they could make like a clone or something similar to Velocicoaster, because I love Blitz. If Maverick is great, then I can imagine how the Velocicoaster is, or whatever proceeds that one. Because I know that's going to be the future of Intamin, hands down. I can see Great Adventure doing that. That'd be impressive. That would put it over the top on everything. That'd definitely put Great Adventure definitely with Cedar Point in anything in the world. If you do that, what would you think? You think that would be the case?
Definitely,
Great
that would
Adventure
that
would be
would
up
be
there.
great.
I would love that. And I take that over a Giga. Even though as crazy as I sound with that one, I take that over a Giga. Because we can get a Giga with all type. There's other ways to get a Giga. Maybe the first ever T-Rex. So let's get that Blitz. That would be something different that we do desperately need. A nice Blitz coaster. Because that'd be a perfect land because there's a lot of just trees and everything out there. You could grow trees out there. That'd be nice. Pay tribute. You could call it the Rolling Thunder. That would be nice. Just like we pay tribute to Son of Beast at Kings Island. Pay tribute to the Rolling Thunder. Call it the Rolling Thunder or something like it. That'd be awesome.
Speaking of Rolling Thunder, do you wish it got
Hmm.
RMC?
Yes, that would have been awesome. Like make it a quasi Mobius. Well, you could have made it a quasi Mobius, or you could have had a racer um, RMC. That'd have been awesome. That would have kept that coaster count up. I miss Rolling Thunder. That'd be awesome. That would have been awesome. I could have seen something with that. That really, really would have prevented us having a void that we have now. Yeah, we have a void now.
What do you mean the void?
Well, there's a huge void in the park not having that coaster, and then they took out the Diablo. So you got to look at it. It's like empty between El Toro and King Nakar. When you look at, even when you walk towards Zumanjaro, you see the empty space, a lot of land. There's so much land there with a little bit of use of the safari land, you could have a giga coaster there. There's a lot of land. If you could have a good coaster start there, go all the way out towards safari, if the shareholders and the owners of that of Great Adventure, the original owners, were to allow that,
So
that would be cool.
if you ran the park, if you took over the park right now today, what would be your
Mhm.
first priority?
My first priority would be adding, well, obviously, making the park, improving the park's infrastructure, of course, and put it just like how Universal, Disney, and Herschel does to their parks, and how Cedar Fair used to do to their parks. Make it nice and clean. Focus on that first, and of course, in the same year, work on getting some new coasters first and foremost. The first two choices, my first two choices personally, the best ones, I would want to have an Intamin Blitz and a B&M Giga of some sort. I would definitely add those two, which we do have the room to add them. We can add both of those coasters. We could probably put the Blitz in the back. Maybe could we put the Blitz in the back? Maybe if we have that land behind Nitro, we see how that would work. We could probably put a Blitz back there. We could make it work. Keep our coasters. We don't want to take away any. And then we could put the Giga Coaster right there where Rolling Thunder used to be. Maybe call it Rolling Thunder or something, or some cool name. Right next to El Toro. That'd be awesome to have an impressive lineup. Those three coasters together, would be three best coasters in the park. It's actually three or four because you do have Nitro as one of the best ones. That would be the first two priorities I would do. That would be my dream to add those two, and then nobody can touch us. Nobody will be able to touch us in the world with those two coasters because we'd have the tallest coaster, tallest Giga. Make the Giga, by the way, 350 and longer than Fury. Make it 67. Make it if we could, I would go even the stretches of like Steel Dragon. Make it 8,200 feet to take that record of 8,133 feet of Steel Dragon of Nagashima Spiraling. Take all the records. Take the record of Giga, take the record of length, and yeah, we would do that. Make it definitely have that treble clef, similar to Fury, but a better version of Fury. Yeah, it'd be impressive. Make that thing go like 98 miles per hour or maybe 100. Because if you're going down 350, it'll probably be all close to 100. You add another 25 feet to it. So 350. So that'd be nice. A B&M Giga. I could see that. Or if we couldn't get the B&M Giga, get an Intamin Giga. Maybe something similar to a cross between Intimidator 305 or Millennium Force. Right in between. Fast. We want to have it fast. Meaning the length of Millennium Force and the speed of I-305. Because Millennium Force's problem, after it goes through that turnaround, it slows down immensely. And people have called it, a bore fest after the first couple of drops. It really slows down, unlike I-305. So those will be my first priority if I was in charge of the park. Those are the two best. Those are the two most important things. Add those great coasters and take care of improved park improvement. Park improvements. Very important.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Sure. Let me think it over. You know what I would like to do too? Like back in the days, add some more shows to the park too. Use that theater. Bring the Batman show back or something. You can add those too. That was a really good show, the Batman show back in the 90s. So you could add that. And one more thing, I forgot, because I know we all like to eat food. And make it that the food is improved, like how it is in New England, Six Flags New England's Macho Nacho, the way they have it, bring it here. Because we used to have a good Macho Nacho back in the 2000s, but it's gone to the wayside. You want to make it like Six Flags New England. Six Flags New England has great Mexican food. And improve on the food. Have more options too. Instead of just the same burgers and chicken tenders, even though they're good, you have too many of those stands in the park. Expand. That's what they should do too, and improve on that. And more ice cream options. So those are that's basically what I wanted to add.
All right.
Of course. One more thing. Oh my God, one more thing. Make the parking lot. Repave the parking lot and make it better. Yeah, they can improve on that too. And and we need a new entrance too. So much stuff to talk about. We need a new entrance also, just like similar to the smaller version, but similar to Cedar Point and Carowinds. It'd be great to have an entrance. Yeah, that's there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. See you next time.